I'm really excited about this font because it was created by Luca Pacioli, who is the Leonardo da Vinci's math teacher. And he was a person from the Renaissance. And so I think about augmented reality, virtual reality, as being a new Renaissance. Virtual reality has been described as the most centrally situated of all the disciplines that you could have at a university.
The story starts in like 2 semesters back when I was actually getting very interested in AR and VR. So I reached out to Brian Moyhan, who is the head of the IT department in the HSL library. So we reached out, we talked, and then I got involved in AR and VR, and he was very interested in AR and VR.
I have been interested in augmented and virtual reality for some time, mostly growing out of my interest in digital health. So I teamed up with Sam Shake and Chris Saka for making the student group happen.
My name is Chris Saka. I'm a super senior at UNC. Like Brian, I'm also interested in the medical application of computer science. And I started this club with Sam this past summer, so summer of 2018. So we're at CARVR, we're at Carolina Augmented and Virtual Reality. Once you start realizing that these things aren't as complicated as they actually are, and you realize oh, I can write this app and I can have this virtual reality experience on my phone, and I could just do it from the comfort of my own house. That's really powerful.
So this is an example of a merge cube. So a lot of the way that augmented reality works is when you take an image of something and then you put something on top of that image. So you could take an image that looks like this, and then you could put another image on top of it. The merge cube is really clever because it's a physical object cube that has those markers on 6 different sides. And it looks like it has kind of a fancy shape, like there's something special about this design. There's actually nothing particularly special about this design. You can use any image at all. So it could be a dollar bill, that's your image, or it could be the Mona Lisa, it could be anything. In this case, when you look at it through one of their apps, and there's a whole series of apps that support it, you can see in my hand I have a universe. And then I could click to learn more, and it'd be like, oh, that's interesting. Planet? Oh, there we go. Uranus, and you can learn more about it by tapping on it. So this is the Magic Leap mixed reality headset. So the way it works is you've got a computer right here, the on button, and then this is the headset. You take the computer and slip it into your pocket like this. And what's amazing about this is that it creates virtual objects that sit in the room around you. So this has a whole array of sensors that are infrared, and they're sort of flashing out infrared pulses and then receiving where that is. And it knows, for instance, that the ceiling is here and that the floor is there and that there are people over there. And as a result, it's aware of the environment around it, and you can put digital objects in the space that react to the space. So this is the Microsoft HoloLens. This was the first mixed reality headset to really hit the market. Unlike the Magic Leap, it has sort of more of a focus on the enterprise, I would say. So you're seeing about how can we use this in manufacturing and oil and gas. They've used an example for NASA where people were sort of seeing what it was like, augmented reality, to be on Mars and what they were seeing from the Mars rover. So it's a really interesting experience. So if I make a gesture like that, it'll bloom and bring up a menu. And that's how you can get from an app back to sort of the home screen. And you can use your fingers to tap things or to grab them and move them around. And that's sort of how it's a totally new way of looking at computing. So this is Virtuality. It's an augmented reality t-shirt. So it has this image on it, and when you look at it normally, it just looks like this. But when you look at it through the phone, you can see the virtual anatomy of the person who's standing there. This is an app called HP Reveal, and it allows you to take any image and then add something virtually on top of it. So in this case, I took a video sticking my head in front of this picture and saying, "This is our website. This is our website." And then when I stand here and put it up, that video is projected over the real world. This is our website. So it's really interesting to think about how we can use augmented reality just to make things pop.
So CARVR has 3 projects in the works right now. The first one is through Amazon Sumerian, where we're trying to make an AR application and compete in a hackathon using that. The second one is the one we're most excited about. It's for the UNC Children's Hospital, where there's a mural, and then we are using AR to bring that mural to life. A nonprofit that works with children there, and then we're going to make an application for them. So a child will be able to take an iPad and then interact with the mural, watching the birds come to life. The third project is partnering with the Space Exploration Club on campus, where we're making a space experience where you will get to experience what space life will be like 1,000 years, so like even more from now.
It's a great feeling to see students who like have never, they don't consider themselves tech savvy start to understand these things. So my advice to anybody who's looking to get started would just be like, look up online tutorials or get involved with any clubs like CARVR and see like what kind of things you could just like start doing.
CARVR is for everyone, so that's the foundation of our club. We don't want it to be exclusive to just technical students. We want to be open for artistic students, for philosophy students, for like obviously computer science students. So if you're interested in AR, VR, or like anything creative you want to do in that space, you can follow us on Twitter. The Twitter handle is UNC CARVR, and then just slide into our DMs.